Welcome to Nashville, football fans. A great look here inside of Nissan Stadium. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tennessee Titans.
Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started.
And away we go from Nashville. Tank Bigsby here with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Well, here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's running with it. He dodged the tackle. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Yards on the play.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Read option on first down. He's going to keep it. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd down now. They need 7. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
The Titans into the nickel for 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Going deep here for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Titans, nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Chimere DK on the return. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So here come the Titans now to get their first drive of the game. And leading them out, someone who plays with his own signature brand of hero ball at quarterback, it's Cam Ward.
I look at Cam, and I just see such an experienced, sturdy dude. Life experience all over the place in college, all across the country. And because of it, I think Tennessee wanted to build around him. A big part of why they took him 1-1. This guy's gritty, he's tough, and he is sturdy.
First carry here for Tony Pollard. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Again, a run with Pollard. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. 3rd and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
1st and 10 at the
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10, it's Pollard. Escapes the defender, and he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So first down from the 41. Right back to Pollard. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Finds him over the middle. They'll take this ahead to the 34-yard line. Marcus Epps making the play.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Ward. On the move, headed right. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Now we get to a very interesting call on 3rd down. Kind of a crescendo to this drive. Can the defense rise up knowing there is no margin for error, just a single yard to go?
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. On the sneak, here's Ward. And he gets in, touchdown! The Titans finish off their opening drive. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. Troubles with the snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Titans respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you got to imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. This is ahead for about 5. Sent down by Cody Barton.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Hurts now from the gun. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They get 6 and a first down as well.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. He has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Kevin Winston Jr., the rookie out of Penn State, making that stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Motioning the tight end now. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. That one's taken in by the rookie out of USC. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
They send a man in motion. Hurts on 1st down. Connection made with his running back down the middle. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles break the tie here in the 1st. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
Titans 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Julius Chestnut to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So Tennessee headed out for its second drive of the game. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. Ward off the play fake. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid. Yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. On the draw, the gift to Pollard. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. 3rd down coming up. We've reached the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking at 3rd and very long. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Big gain downfield. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st and 10 here. Ward. Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But fortunately, the Titans were able to jump back on that one. No turnover on the play.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Still their football, but need to make some progress here, and this is 2nd and long. They motion Ridley over right. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Ward now. And rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
The Eagles take over first and
The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Gonna go with Barkley on the counter. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You know, Kate, sometimes football and poker have a lot in common. You don't want to tell at the poker table, and you don't want one at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes just it's alignment. It's the way these linemen breathe. It's the blood in their knuckles the defenders read and react to. I think that time a tell was in play because the defense was all over that counter before it could get started.
It's a screen to Barkley. Jukes away from one. Up the sideline, past the 40. And he's brought down at the 44. This play goes for 36. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Eagles first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. He's got Brown on the slant. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting a completion. It was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Hurts looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's going to run for it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 8.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Hurts to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively. They've made it 4th and goal.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Elliott connects there, and that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Chestnut on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. They'll cobble together a yard there. Zach Bond with the tackle.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 29-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Here's Ward. Cut out left. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Sideline. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the gun, they go with Pollard. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More from Nissan Stadium coming up. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. Their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the Stix.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now looking to throw with Ward. And this is going to fall incomplete. He made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's 3rd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
Ward's going to throw here on 3rd. Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Tennessee field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Slide's kick is up and good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a 4th quarter clutch kick. To have that confidence built, that's important.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Bigsby with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And he sure has proven to be a handful for them, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for 1st down. From the pistol, Hurts. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
They're on him as he gets it up to the 47. Kevin Winston in on that tackle. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
47-yard line.
Second down now, they need 7. Running back sent in motion. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Right back to Goddard, and he's got it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
A 7-yard
Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. And again, here's Hurts. He's keeping it. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout.
That's another Eagles 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Eagles.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a two-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Now on the return, here's DK. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Brock, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run by Pollard. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Going with Pollard on the ground. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
7-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Running back motions right. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Making the call himself. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
Good for a Titans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
1st and 10 from the 43. They give to Pollard from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
From the gun, it's Ward. Finds him on the crossing route. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Titans have a 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Inside the 10. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that can tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
And the jumpiness cost him 5. 1st and goal a little bit tougher here. They'll run here following the penalty. And And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Here's another for him. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Only a yard on that pickup, and it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 9.
A gain of 1 yard on the
This
play.
may be one of the only spots in goal situations I wouldn't even consider a run. Now, as a quarterback, you better be aware of those eyes defensively because they're going to be all over you in the passing game.
This is 3rd and goal. Ward. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Just 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's 4th and goal. And a 2-score game, this game will remain. The defense ready for that one. Got him on 4th and goal. They turn it over on downs.
Result of the play.
Whether they were keyed on him expecting that run, or in case of a throw, it worked either way for the defense. When the QB broke for the line, they broke with him, and they drug him down short of the sticks.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Zone read give here to Barkley. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
It's from his end zone. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's going for it himself. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. A gain of 16
As much as you like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Man in motion here. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
3rd and 13.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, okay? Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. 3rd and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. This gets up past the 20. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Titans ready to take over on offense. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. New set of downs for him from the 31. Throwing now on 1st down. Ward. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Intended target was Calvin Ridley. So that brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. Catch is made down the right sideline. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's going to have this one down to the 28. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Had to be a missed assignment somewhere on that play, and the QB capitalizes with an excellent gain. There's got to be an adjustment made, so even when the QB keeps it himself on the read option, that gain is minimized.
Tight end in motion right. 1st down throw here for Ward. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it. Once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Titans ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Second and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Titans have a 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. That one's incomplete in the end zone.
intended for Calvin Ridley.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And it pulls them back within one score here in the fourth.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Shipley now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They go to Barkley again. And this fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Hurts now from the gun. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard. And he'll get it on near the 38-yard line before going down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Throwing here, Hurts. He's got Brown on the slant. And give him 10 yards there. A lot of work done as they set up 3rd and very short.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. And it's a sneak. Hurts. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10.
That's all they needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. Became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
All set now. 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
A gain of 23 more yards. That's another Eagles first down.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, head the other way for a big run.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. It's a gain of 2, and now they have 3rd and goal at the 3.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice down. I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
He gets it again, and he's in this time. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
27, Titans 13.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
Now on the return, here's DK. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And this could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. Ward setting to pass. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Running back sent in motion left.
Connects on the crosser.
And he's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot.
1st and 10 here. Ward.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Again, Ward going to the air.
Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Ward now on third down. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And Ward's going to hit the deck as he gains enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Left side, cut by Ridley. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
The 10-yard line.
That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Titans losing by 14. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Pollard. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Ward now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Now to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Desperation time here. And he won't come through on 4th and goal. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs.
It's a turnover.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 9, so now they need 1 more here on 2nd down. Here's another carry for Barkley. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Trying to get it with the option here. What a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
Brings up 4th down.
The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. get something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ward. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Here's Ward. Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
2nd and 10. Here's Ward to throw. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. So pass interference on the shot to the end zone, and now they're going to be set up on the goal line with a great chance to get the touchdown anyway. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left, so a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Titans now within 1 score in the 4th. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always emphasize effort on the field. And reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say goodbye from Nashville.